Alright everyone, welcome back to another WPT Lifestyle Reacts video! We are going to waste no time and we are going to jump into this one. But before we begin, make sure you like the video, press that red subscribe button down below, turn the notification bell so you'll be notified every time WPT Lifestyle Reacts goes live with a brand new video. New videos every single day. Check out all the social links in the description box below. Today, we are going to be reacting to the top 10 richest people of 2021. Let's do it.
There's a new kingpin of the financial world, but who else is on the
We all know Elon Musk is #1 now, but let's see. We got the same dude as last time.
Sergey Brin, who has $75.6
Who?
billion. One of the two people that were responsible for creating Google. We're not
What?
this list with any slouches. Sergey Brin was working closely with Google and its parent company Alphabet, which he was the president of until he stepped down in 2019.
Jeez.
He didn't sell his shares though, and he didn't stop working on the advisory board either. I guess when you make the most valuable algorithm in the world, your word is pretty important. But he has been working with companies to make high-tech flying cars.
What?
It's good to know that the super rich are making things that we can have fun with in the future.
Yeah.
Well, probably not, because I don't think I'll be able to afford it. Coming in at number 9, we have Larry Page with $77
Larry
billion.
Page, who's this?
But right before we get into this, I would like to give a shout out to our sponsor. What are two things that seem like they should go hand in hand?
No sponsor.
That if anything happens to you, you're going to be okay.
Let's go. Come on.
He guarantees coverage. Has several features to other tools. Libra 2, you can get $1,000 of Libra and less. So successful.
Here we go.
The algorithm that he and his business partner Sergey Brin created. It works as a page ranking system, ranking websites on how valuable they are in the search. The algorithm controls what is deemed worthy to get to the front page of Google, and believe me, you want to be on the front page of Google. Larry was the CEO of Google and moved on to be the CEO of Alphabet, which is the parent company that owns Google. Coming
What?
In at number 8,
I never knew that.
Warren Buffett with $87
Warren Buffett.
billion.
It's your boy.
If you want to get into the stock market, this is a great man to model yourself after. The dude has been able to be the most successful trader of all time. And while some people think that day trading and chasing short gains is the way to go, Warren Buffett has a completely different plan. Warren Buffett has made his billions off the buy and hold strategy.
Stonks.
It isn't as sexy as the idea of flipping stocks after a few weeks and making a nice return. It's much safer, and in most cases, you get a much higher gain. The idea is that you invest in stocks that are going to be around for a long time. They are very stable, but because they are stable, their growth is slow. So you throw some money at them, and you don't look at them for 20 to 40 years.
Jeez.
Then you take your cash out, and you have all your retirement money and then some. I mean, if he is the most successful trader of all time, then he's obviously doing something right, and it wouldn't be a bad idea to follow in his footsteps. Coming in at number 7, we have Larry Ellison with $88.3 billion.
Bro, that's crazy. What's this dude? How's he got that kind of money, man?
And is tanned even in the wintertime. Larry Ellison is one of the titans of the software world, as he has been the CEO of Oracle for almost 4 decades.
Wow.
Oracle is one of the biggest software companies in the world. It has been buying up smaller companies for a long time so it can keep being a powerhouse in the field. One of Larry's best moves in recent years has been buying 3 million shares in Tesla.
Jeez. 3 million shares in Tesla. Holy cow. Now, here's the thing, though. Like, when they say, like, $80 billion, it's not like they have $80 billion on them. Like, that's their net worth. Like, their stock portfolio has a certain amount of money, but that just stays there. It's, they don't have access to that kind of money. A lot of people don't understand that. When you see Elon Musk, having this amount of money, it's not like he's like, all right, here you go. Here's $1 billion. It's just not happening.
Very well right now, and this dude has been watching his money grow. There's also the fact that he recently bought an island off the coast of Hawaii and turned it into a massive luxury spa. Coming in number 6,
a spa?
Jeez. With $93.5 billion. When you're making a list of the world's richest people, there are a few countries that you can expect to be on the list, and China is one of them.
Stay hydrated, my
The
friends.
richest man in China is Zhong Shanshan, who dropped out of elementary school when he was a kid. They don't tell you that when you're young. Everything you hear is that you have to go to school to be someone. Well, this dude didn't make it past grade 5.
Jeez.
One of the richest people in the world.
He invented water?
A bottled water company, and also has his hands in China's largest pharmaceutical companies. It really makes you think. If I have a kid, they don't want to go to school, school, I'm just gonna make them listen to Tony Robbins motivational tapes and do some kettlebell exercises. Coming in number 5, we have Mark Zuckerberg with
Facebook.
If it wasn't for the movie Social Network, we all might have no idea who this guy is. But thank God that movie came
we
out
know
because
who
it gave us
Mark
all someone to
Zuckerberg
put
is.
under a microscope in terms of what they're doing with our data and privacy. For those of you who don't know, Mark Zuckerberg is the mind who created Facebook. Well, based on what the movie says, it seems that he stole the idea and then turned it into something much more profitable. But now Facebook has grown much bigger than a place where you will chat with your friends, play Farmville, or read and
yeah, Farmville. Jeez.
Now Facebook is much more than that. Facebook is the second largest ad space right after Google. Meaning if you get banned from posting ads on Facebook and you have to run some sort of business, you are screwed big time. But they don't only hold the lock and key to having a successful business. Facebook has also been used to propagate political rhetoric that may or may not be true to its users. Because if you can get people worked up on your platform, then they will stay on there for longer arguing with other people. If you can pay people pay you, but they like it, then they will spend more time on the platform. Facebook is a scary place that many of us find difficult to live without because of how much communication goes on through the platform. On top of this, they've tried to monopolize the social media market by buying up WhatsApp and Instagram. They tried to purchase Snapchat, who refused, and then all of a sudden, Kylie Jenner made negative comments about Snapchat, which caused their stock price to tank. That's a little sus, if you ask me. Coming in number 4, we have Bill Gates with $121
Bill Gates.
billion. So some people will take their wealth and really try to make a change. That is something important that you don't see in the world too often. Bill Gates has been fighting tirelessly to try and stop people from dying from things they shouldn't, like dysentery. Did you know that that is one of the leading causes of deaths globally? And it's because people just don't have clean drinking water.
Wow.
Well, Bill Gates does, and he decided that once he was done working with Microsoft that he was going to dedicate his life to fixing the world.
That's awesome, man.
$35 billion of his worth to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, a foundation that has worked towards curing AIDS, supplying people with clean drinking water, getting fresh medical supplies around the world, and in 2020 they dedicated $300 million towards fighting the coronavirus. This is what more people should be doing.
It's a lot of money, man.
Not everyone is so generous. Coming in number 3, we have Bernard Arnault and family with $152
What?
million.
I have no idea who this is.
Cute, a little family business that grew into one of the biggest powerhouses in the world. Well, that's not exactly how it went down. If you're wondering how you become super rich like this, it's not usually pull up your bootstraps and put in a little elbow grease. No, Bernard Arnault's father made a ton of money off of working in construction back in the 60s and 70s, and then he was able to give his son $15 million to buy Dior back in 1980.
Dior, damn!
The dude has just been growing and is the biggest powerhouse in the beauty and fashion industry.
What is he?
If you have ever dated someone who loves makeup or is into designer clothes, then
what?
they've probably given thousands of dollars right to this man. He owns Louis Vuitton, Sephora, and upwards of 70 other companies, most of them centered around clothes, jewelry, and makeup. Oh, well, I think it's safe to say that this man will never get any of my money because I'm happy wearing the same 4 things I bought in thrift stores 8 years ago. And I don't need makeup for this face because it's already perfect. Coming in at number 2, we have Jeff Bezos with $184 billion.
Amazon, man. It's crazy.
Make the world a better place. No, some of them just want to see every small business crushed under their foot. If you don't know Jeff Bezos, he is the man who owns Amazon. You remember that cute little company that was supposed to be about sending books to your home so you didn't have to go all the way to an Indigo bookstore and you could continue to be a homebody? But then it somehow turned into the Walmart of the online market and it started to destroy every other business in the world because no one could compete with their prices or shipping. Then they started buying things like Twitch and now they have their own TV service. Amazon is coming out with the Luna, which is supposed to be a streaming online gaming service.
Oh, wow.
Which is probably going to bomb because everything they've done in the game space besides buying Twitch has been a failure. And on top of that, Amazon has become even richer during the pandemic while millions of people are losing their jobs and homes. And Amazon forced their workers to work during a pandemic, and only a few months into the pandemic, they took away their $2 an hour raise that was for hazard pay. So the company is doing better than ever, and he paid employees less to work during a pandemic.
Listen, man, Jeff Bezos probably doesn't have a clue what's going on. He didn't do that. Probably someone else. So you can't throw him under the bus like that, bro.
Yeah, he's a scumbag. I saw in an interview with him once that he said sleep was the secret to his success. Are you sure it's sleep, Jeff? And it's not bathing in the blood of a unicorn every morning? Coming in at the number 1 spot, we have Elon Musk with $185 billion. Yeah,
that's because of Tesla stocks, man.
And build a colony on Mars. The guy who named his son a bunch of letters and symbols. The guy who says we're in a simulation and everything is fake. Yeah, that dude is now at the top of the pile when it comes to rich dudes in the world. I always knew that he was rich, but I didn't realize that he was the richest man in the world kind of rich. I figured he was in the top 20. Well, I don't know if you guys have had your eyes on the stock prices, but Tesla, which Elon Musk has a huge stake in, has had their stock price shoot through the roof recently. Being the future of transportation will do that to you. It seems like electric is the future, and Elon is going to be the face of it. I mean, I think it's kind of cool that he's the richest man in the world, because now we might all get to go to space. With this dude sending rockets into orbit every other Thursday, there's a good chance that I will be able to get my ass on one of those rockets and get shot into space. You know what? I'm going to tweet at this guy so I can fulfill my dream of going into space.
Jeez. No, Elon Musk is the man. Like, if you ever watch a podcast with him, he's very intelligent, man. He's a very intelligent guy, for sure. And, you know, he's made his way up, you know. Tesla is the future, especially for vehicles, man. They're going to have those trucks and all kinds of cars, buses soon. So, yeah. So, I appreciate y'all watching. Let me know what y'all thought about this list, this rank. Until next time, my name is Wes with WPT Lifestyle. Check out WPTLifestyle.com, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.